Okay, Miss Tammy Sue.
How do you do?
How do you do? Sunday.
My name is Sue.
Boy named Sue. You were a little bit of tomboy when you were a little girl, weren't you?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Hey, I married you. Okay.
Exactly.
Yes. All right, so we've got a question here. So this is from Sarah Ann says, what would you suggest is the best colour to invest in for a breeding female? So we had a little bit of a conversation about this beforehand because, there's different, the question has to be predicated with how much time have you got and how much money you got to spend. Because if you're in a hurry to get somewhere quickly and you've got lots of money to spend, then you should buy a high-powered dog with lots of DNA, right?
It's like the Ferrari versus the Volkswagen here.
Right, yes. So, go buy a platinum dog. That's a cream dog, a blue dog, a chocolate dog all rolled into one. And that dog can have platinum screens, chocolates, and champagnes, and lilacs and platinums.
Platinum is a lilac covered in cream.
Right, yes.
Which lilacs are blue, are chocolate. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of times I get people call and say, I've got a blue lilac. And you're like,
yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
This is not
no.
But backing up again, look, really the nicest dog that you could buy right now would be a platinum fluffy that was Merle. I mean, that would be the unicorn tier dog, the unicorn powder dog. I mean, it's just like, I don't even know there's one out there. If there is one out there, you've got to be prepared to spend $60,000 to $150,000 on that dog.
I'm sure
We'd probably
things will come down a bit.
Yeah. But the point here is, the more DNA, well look,
It's new and powerful right now.
buy a nicely structured dog.
Yeah. Go with structure.
That's fundamental, because you can't breed that in very easily. You could breed colour in, but you can't breed
It takes a
structure.
while to get structure if you don't start out with
So if
it.
you've got a long dog, long neck, long nose, lots of tail, lots of leg, then don't buy that dog, would be my recommendation, right? Would you agree with that?
If it has all the good DNA, don't. If it doesn't have structure, don't.
Yeah, buy structure.
Yeah, buy structure.
Buy structure. And then after that, get as much colour as you can afford in it. But look,
The DNA is the cherry on top.
yes, but you can buy
Go
a
with
dog
structure.
that carries all those colours but doesn't show them. Is a lot less expensive dog, and then you could produce some of those colours in your first litter. So what I'm getting at here, and Tammy doesn't want me to mention this, but because we don't produce it. But for instance, you could have a fawn dog that carries blue, chocolate, and cream. Wouldn't show any of those colours. It's a $3,500, $4,000 dog.
45.
Yeah, maybe.
If it carries all those colors,
Yeah, it's a nice dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can produce blues, chocolates, creams,
And
lilacs.
I don't have any fawn females.
No, don't call us up.
No,
and
we
ask us.
have, yeah.
We don't ever produce that.
When James said that the first round on one of his videos, everybody called me for a fawn puppy. I don't have females that'll produce a fawn puppy.
And why don't we have females? Why don't we have it? Because they don't worth as much.
Well,
I mean,
we've been in it for 16 years. That's why we don't, because we've graduated on up to hire other
right, exactly.
DNAs
Taking time.
with confirmation.
It wasn't that way to start with, was it?
No, it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't. But we do have a beautiful fawn, black mass fawn male that we use for studs, Simba.
Yeah, he's
and he carries chocolate, he carries blue, he carries cream, he carries AT. He's great. He's a great producer for us.
He's the son of Pablito.
Yeah, but remember, I don't have females.
But don't call Tammy up for it. She doesn't have it, nor will she have it. Hi, first litter of Frenchie's born on Friday. This is Rebecca Caldez. First time mum. She's not cleaned the puppies' butt ends. They're getting caked up with poo. Have to clean them ourselves. She's also not rolling on the side enough for the pups to latch on. What advice can you give us?
It's a new mama.
It's a new mama.
I guess you could put a little bit of honey back there to see if she'll start cleaning them up.
That's an idea. Right.
Sweetness for her to.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's new to this. She's gonna have to do it. She probably. How old are they now?
Born Friday.
Oh, okay.
So they're 2 days old.
I bet she's changed a bit, because sometimes mama instincts don't come.
So she's not rolling on the side enough for the pups to latch on. So what do you think about that?
Well, sometimes you have to have the mama to roll over. You'll have to get her to roll over. Take her out, put her on a blanket with her babies, and watch your favorite TV program, watch a movie, and have her there nursing on those babies and petting her and loving on her. with her on her side.
So I already
You can
replied to
help
her, and that's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
get her out, hold her down, put a blanket, put the puppies on her, put a blanket
Well,
on
you're
her.
not really
Don't-
holding her
Well,
down.
but just don't let her get up, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
whisper
yeah.
nice things in her ear, tell her she's doing a good
Yes.
job, stroke her head, make
Tell
her
her those are her precious babies.
Yeah, I just,
They're
you
so
know,
sweet.
talk to her, let her know that
Baby
you're happy.
talker.
Yeah.
There you go, baby talker.
Yeah, but the point here is give her encouragement.
Tell her
for the-
she's a good girl.
Yeah, for the right kind of behaviour. I don't mean like hold her down and, you know,
Enforce
tie
her,
her
yeah.
to the front, but I do mean that she's going to stay there and do what you want her to do, and you're going to encourage her when she does the right thing. All right, enough of that. Someone's asking about, there's a video I did on how to do pregnancy tests. Why draw blood when you can do it with a urine? No, you can't.
What?
They're talking about pregnancy test. There's
Oh.
pregnancy tests for humans you can do that way. We don't have one for dogs. If I'm wrong, let me know. But you cannot use a human pregnancy test. It won't work. Because the relaxin, I guess, the chemical things that it finds are different for dogs than they are for humans. So, as far as I know, here are the 4 ways you find out whether the dog's pregnant. A blood test, a relaxin blood test. We sell those, by the way, on My Breeder Supply. There's $79 for 5. Second one is you have an X-ray, you have an ultrasound, or you wait till they have puppies, or still they're obviously, fat.
Did you say mybreedersupply.com?
MyBreederSupply.com.
You said it way too fast. Mybreedersupply.com.
I baby talk to my puppies unless I'm being stern. Oh, that's exactly the same for us. Is this Richard and Judy of ITV? What was that?
Rich and Judy. I don't know.
Oh well, maybe that's Ricardo and it could be they could be making fun of us with who's the redhead? Who's
Lucy?
Lucy.
No,
It's
that's Lucy. That's not. I don't know who that one is.
I don't know either. Sorry, Barry Robinson. You got completely lost us on that one. Somebody else might. I'm sure
Help
it's
us
not
figure out who that is. I don't know who that is.
That's a huge long one. We're not going to go into that one here.
Okay.
Does the heat strip work through wood? Talking about our heated whelping system. So I've got a video that you can go look at, DIY whelping crate, I think it's called. But basically you can go buy a sheet of what's called Coroplastic. It's at Home Depot, it's $20 for a 4x8 sheet. You can cut it with a box knife. You can make a subfloor that goes on top of your wood floor, and then the heat tape goes on the underneath of that. Works beautifully. Very easy to do it. That girls asks, what's the incubator for? What does it do for the puppies? You're up on that one, Tammy.
What's it do for the puppies? Well, what's it do for you? Also, it is a great little piece to have, and you often ask yourself, why didn't have this sooner? You can plug it into your car. You can plug it in and leave it plugged in for, weeks at a time if you want. But it's great to take with you when you're going to your vet. Plug it in, get it nice and warm. Make sure it's all cleaned and wiped out. Take it into the vet's office. Use their plug-in that they have. Plug it in there, and your vet's office will put your babies right in there where it's nice, toasty, and warm. And then you can take it back into your car when you're through the C-section and take it back home with you as it's plugged into your car. Then when you get home, plug it back in. And when Mama's coming out of her having her C-section, you can keep the puppies in there until you feel comfortable that she's ready to have her babies. And then if you have a puppy that's not doing too good, kicked off to the side, you'll save that puppy with that incubator.
Right. We leave it plugged in all
Any
the time,
sick
don't we?
puppy that you need to pull out and put in there, you can save your puppies. It helps save the puppies.
And when we go to the vet, they go in the incubator because guess what? The vet's office full of pathogens. That's the place sick dogs go.
Yeah.
They go in the incubator. They don't come out of the incubator until we've wiped down the stainless steel table. They don't get in contact with anybody else. I can tell you a horror story. Well, we can tell a horror story about parvo many years ago from a vet's office, and we learned the lesson. We lost a whole bunch of puppies, labs, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Tammy's like saying, "Dad, I don't want to talk about it." It was horrible.
No.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
You don't want that. We've
Gosh,
never
that
had a
was,
problem with it since.
What, 30 years ago?
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Should have been told before we got there.
Yeah, well, that was, yeah.
Yeah.
What if this is Jasmine Gonzalez, what if I purchased a female puppy from a reputable breeder for future breeding and you health test her and she wasn't fit to breed? What do you then do with the female?
Have her as your pet.
Yeah. If you determine that a dog is not suitable to be bred, for whatever reason that is, could be a lot of reasons, whatever it is, you've got 3 choices. You find a home for it, you keep it in your house as your pet, or you send it back to the breeder. And, I don't know what one of those...
Well, I don't either. I don't know what that would be.
Health-wise?
Health-wise.
It may have a heart defect. I mean, look, don't breed unhealthy dogs.
Right.
If you determine that your dog is not healthy, then you're doing the right thing to not breed it.
Right.
What do you do with the dog at that point? Well, you can't bash it in the head. We wouldn't.
No.
So you either find somebody who wants that dog as a pet, or you keep the dog as your pet, or you send it back to the breeder, depending on what the terms and conditions are with your breeder. I mean, and again, that's all.
Guarantees are
Yeah, this all depends on the warranty and guarantee and your
Right.
relationship with the breeder and how they're going to handle it. I mean, it's going to be all over the place on that one, so I'm not even going to get into that. Peter Former says, "Can you breed on first heat?"
The only time you breed on your first heat is if your female hasn't come in heat till she's a full year old.
Yeah. Dog needs to be a year old. Dog needs to be a year old. Small dogs
But
probably
if they
older
come
than
in
that.
heat at 8, 9, and 10 months, do not breed
No,
them in.
no, no,
Wait
No.
for the second heat.
You'll have a hard time even getting a dog pregnant that's that young anyway. Normally
It
they're
happens every once in a
ovulations.
while where a female doesn't come in heat till she's a year old.
Yeah, or maybe even older. I get people all the time who, well, not all the time, but I get people once a week say, my dog's not coming to heat, it's a year and a half old. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Age will take its course. I mean, if you've got a female in heat, put her close to that female, that definitely can bring dogs in.
Yes.
And there are hormones like this pig hormone called
We
PGC.
talked about that before.
Yeah,
I'm not real wild about it.
No. But the answer is, if the dog's like 20 pounds and over a year, you're good to go. If it's a really small dog, it needs to be probably, second heat.
And she could have had a silent heat. You just
That's
don't
right.
know. But
My Frenchie is 6 weeks pregnant. This is from Juan Barajas. My Frenchie is 6 weeks pregnant. Do you have any advice for first timers? You're up, Tammy.
any advice for first timers
Any advice for anybody?
on first time Frenchies?
Any Frenchies?
Well, why do I need to be the first one to say that?
All right.
I'm trying.
Okay, so
I'm just sitting here.
preparation ends up with great results. So, the first thing is keep your girl happy and don't underfeed her. If anything, get her a little bit fat in terms of getting ready for a C-section. So they may lose their appetite, be prepared for that. Give a good vitamin. We switched to puppy food, just higher in protein, about, 5-6 weeks after they've AI'd. Last few weeks of their pregnancy. I'm asking you.
Oh, okay. No, we feed puppy food to the mamas when
When
we
you
know
start that?
she's pregnant.
When you start that?
When she, she's pregnant.
Okay, so that might be 5
And
weeks.
then we do the bill jack when about 2 weeks before she has puppies.
Different kind of a soft food. What we're talking about here is keeping mum's appetite. So one of the problems you can have is their appetite can be lost, and you don't want a dog not eating, especially if it's got lots of puppies on board. So you asked about what you do in preparation. The first thing is don't get your dog skinny, get your dog slightly fat, and make sure it's eating okay. Give it quality vitamin. A little Frenchie back here is like making little noises. Give a quality vitamin. Give folic acid. Be prepared. Have a vet on board who is available for you to do a C-section. And
Have
prefer
plan A, plan B.
and have more than one, and have a plan B, which is called an emergency vet, in case something's going to happen in the middle of the night.
Call up your vets, your plan A, your plan B vet.
Let them know your dog's in.
Let them know that she's pregnant
Close.
and your first breeding due date, not meaning that's when she's going to have puppies, because she's going to let you know when she's going to have puppies. and just call and make sure that they're going to be in town.
This is
That
such
way you're
a
not
critical
caught
thing to get right, isn't
Hands
it?
down, yeah.
So today I had a phone call from a guy in up in Washington, a good friend of ours, who's having a litter of puppies from our boy Winston, and you know, he got caught having to have needed to have a C-section today, Sunday, and having a dog that's going into labour and no vet around. But he found a solution for it, so good for him. But I can tell you, you know, I promise you that you're going to get in this situation. We end up getting this situation occasionally ourselves. It's really stressful. You're very worried about your dog. You want to have a C-section. You can't find anybody to do it. And so sometimes, you know, you'll make a phone call to a vet or two. They're ready to do things for you. Then you can't get hold of them on a Sunday. You know, it's like, golly, guys, answer the freaking phone. But I promise you need to have an A, B, and preferably a C, right?
Yeah.
We recommend that you have our puppy care kit. It's available at www.mybreedersupply.com. Comes with everything you need to whelp a dog and to have a litter after it's had a C-section. And remember, you need to have a care kit ready. You need to have this stuff ready because you may go to the vet in the intention of having a C-section. She might start having puppies in the car. Right? It's happened to us.
Yeah.
So, look, I'm not going to go through all the details of what you need, but go get our puppy care kit because it's got everything in it that you might want. Then there's other things as well. We sell incubators, so it's an unabashed, you know, telling about our product, but we have incubators, we just mentioned about those. We have a whelping system, which we think is absolutely the best in the world. It's patented and it's a very special system. These are things that you need to at least learn about this stuff. So you have this stuff on hand so that when the day is coming, that you're not running around trying to buy things at Walmart at 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, you can't find them. All right, team. Gigi says you guys have the best job in the world.
It's a rewarding job.
She also asked, when did they get their
those babies?
permanent eye colour? So if you talk about the red eye glow test, that might not show up. It certainly doesn't, of course. You've got to wait till their eyes are open in like 10 days. Typically, puppies are born with blue eyes. So lots of people want blue-eyed puppies, and they change as time goes on. I don't really know the answer to this. Is when those blue eyes turn 5 months, 4 months. Are we in the right realm?
No, I don't know.
Right, I don't know either. I mean, sometimes you can see like lilac dogs and things like that where they've got very different eye colour. If you've got a dog that's born with blue eyes, it's a good chance those eyes will change.
Unless you've got a merle, every once in a while you'll have blue eyes with the merle.
Yeah, it's often so with merles. I mean, you know, if you've got dogs that are born with like eyes like orange eyes, you know, green eyes, they'll probably change. They probably won't change.
I know.
Ashley Gomez says, I have a lilac and tan that does not carry Fluffy and I want to breed her with a Fluffy. Is there a chance that she can have Fluffy babies?
Carriers.
Everybody wants Fluffy babies, Tammy.
Yeah,
We've got some Fluffy babies coming up soon, don't we?
We hope we do.
We've got to look at it here a little bit. Yeah. So the answer to this is yes. Somebody already answered it and they answered it correctly. If your dog does not carry a copy of Fluffy and you breed to a Fluffy, you're having all Fluffy carriers. They won't have Fluffy long hair. Unless, unbeknownst to you, your dog is a Fluffy carrier, in which
happened
case
to some people.
It has. In which case, half your dogs will be Fluffies and half will be Fluffy carriers.
Yeah. I know. Just a minute.
Isla Honeywye says, dude, damn it, my dog doesn't even get hard. We're talking about trying to pull from a dog. So, yep.
Viagra.
Viagra, yeah.
I don't think so.
I bet it works.
Oh, I don't know. I shouldn't have said anything. Somebody will try it.
Look, I think probably the best advice I can give to you is first, if you are planning on using your dog, don't expect him to perform for the very first time the day you need it. You need to be practicing with the dog. Practice with the dog every couple of weeks. Yeah. Certainly a week before when you want to use him, you should be what I call flushing the pipes out. Make sure that dog's going to do what you want.
When that dog's about 6 months, early 7 months, start working on it.
Right. AKC says you can register a dog produced from the start at 7 months old.
Yeah.
I've never had one that's produced at 7 months old, but I guess it could happen. The other thing I say is if you got a boy dog you're trying to pull from and is running around with the females all the time, put him up, put him away, put him so he can't see, smell, or hear the other females. until you're ready to pull from it. You might find that makes a huge difference.
I think she's talking back there.
She is, isn't she?
Yeah. She's not being loud. She's just giving her opinion back there.
Lucy says, can you tell us how I can get a platinum and merle dogs when you have a pied that carries cream and brindle? Well, you can get a merle dog from any dog in the world because a merle only needs one copy. If you breed a non-merle dog to a merle dog, you'll typically have a litter of half merles. So that's how you get the merle dog. Then to get a platinum, you've got to have cream,
You've got to have
blue.
that ingredients.
Yeah, you've got to have the cream, blue, and chocolate. At the very least, carries of that. And we don't say we've got them here. So the answer is, without a dog carrying at the very least cream, chocolate, and blue, you're not getting platinums. And if you had a dog that just carried those three colours, the chance of you getting a platinum is a half by half by half. So it's a 1 in 8 chance. If it's just a carrier and you bred to a platinum, you get it. So your odds aren't very good anyway.
I know, baby.
Alright, I think we're...
Over the limit?
Yeah, we're 20 minutes in and we'll see
Okay.
okay, good questions. Probably do another one right after this, but I don't want them running much over 20 minutes.
No.
So hey, thanks for watching. See you everybody. Bye.
Bye.